buying decisions easy. Hurry, call right now to get a copy of this free guide and catalog. Call 800-542-0122 to get your free copy now. 800-542-0122. 800-542-0122.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Fred Dreyer here. We're getting along here with the subject matter of Mitt Romney. In the article, American Spectator magazine, June edition, James Antle, A-N-T-L-E, the third, does a 5-page insight as to what the obstacles are for Mitt Romney to win over the base. It is clear that Mitt Romney is not a type of a candidate that everybody can run down the street and hold hands on and just get behind and just be overwhelming in support of. He's not that candidate. But I'll tell you something. What's brought out in the article is that what Mr. Antle is telling us is that the base had better wake up, and they had better get over the fact that Romney is not a true conservative in the likeness of Ronald Reagan, and we're just, or Jack Kemp or anybody else, or Barry Goldwater for that matter. He's just not, and he never will be. He's going to be the one that we need right now to stop this progression into progressivism and anti-constitutional behavior. He's got to shrink government. There's a lot of things that we have to have done right now that Mr. Romney is going to have to be able to do. In the meantime, how does he rally his base? The meaning of the article is Mitt is going to be our guy. He's got these obstacles, these wishy-washy things that he's done when he's a governor, in terms of all of the subject matters of, a gay marriage and an abortion and right to life. And all of the social issues are one thing. The other issue that he's running on is the fact is that we're headed in the wrong direction. The American middle class is being destroyed, and he's the guy that specifically can put a halt to that and turn that around. But true conservatives want it all, and I don't disagree. What I think is missing in the culture is a moral thread, a moral structure, a moral demand on people to start living and start thinking and stop being ashamed to be an American. Understand this is a Judeo-Christian country, and we have certain rights and beliefs. We have certain. We should not apologize for anything. We should stand up and put our hands over our hearts and say the national anthem every time we can do so. We have to lead the children. We have to revamp our educational system. We got to revamp the economic system. There's lots of things we have to do, and Mr. Romney is the one that's going to have to do that. He's going to put together a coalition of people to do that. The article says that there's people on the base who are saying, will the conservative base show up and vote, or will they throw a tantrum because Mitt is not conservative enough, i.e., he's not Ronald Reagan, So what I'm asking is, and what the article is saying is, what does he do? What does he have to do to win the base? Will he establish the right narrative and hold it? And what is the narrative really? What is it that Mitt Romney has to do when he goes out and starts talking in his campaigning? The campaigning is aimed at the base. It's also aimed at fighting off the onslaught of Barack Obama's charges. There's a couple things going on. How does he weave the two together? How is he going to speak to the American people? And I used to speak with Mike Horn about this a lot. I said the person that speaks to the American people the correct way, talks to them about their freedoms, talks to them about their constitutional rights, about God, about the right to life, and all of the things that are truly American and right, under not because they're politically right, but because they're self-evident, and they're under God, and they're indivisible, and they're so much a part of our DNA and our makeup that once you start attacking that, you now start unraveling everything. If you don't like this country, leave it. If you don't like it, run for office and tell people so. But at the same time, what you can't do is take this opportunity to throw a tantrum and not take a look at what's at hand. What is at hand is Romney is the guy. He's the guy that has to get behind a narrative that connects everybody, that brings the base together. He's going to have to talk about what it is to be an American, just as much as he's going to have to talk about what it is he'll do to solve the job situation here. How is he going to protect the future of people's homes and their retirement? What's he going to do for health care? What's he going to do for revamping, the tax code? All of these things, and get rid of all these czars and all the infrastructure that Barack Obama and all these people have put in that are in place now to go forward. And he has to come in just like Newt Gingrich said. You've got to come in and you've got to take away all of the infrastructure that has been built up over the last 3 years. And there's a ton of it. And if you don't tear down the machinery, then if he's a one-term president in 16, it's all laid out there for Hillary or somebody else like that, another progressive, to come in and just plug it all back in and not skip a beat. So there's an awful lot of stuff that's going on here, and the Tea Party, Judson. Phillips is the Tea Party nation leader, and he says most of us will vote for Romney, but we will not be out there with signs for him or in his campaign. Surveys of the Tea Party national website suggested that 25% might not even vote for the Republican nominee. That number probably won't hold. Remember, the polls is showing Republican turned Libertarian presidential candidate Bob Barr winning 6 to 10% of the vote in 2008. Well, that was a de facto vote. That never worked out. So all of this is second guessing. All of this is trying to guess the future. It's handicapping, and most of this stuff is aimed at scare tactics and what have you. I do know that Mitt Romney is going to have an uphill battle if he can't appeal to the base, and that's what has to come forth right now. Is the base has to realize there is no Ronald Reagan. Again, I'm not finished with the subject. I want to come back and talk about this to the end of the show. It's very important that we continue these conversations. And when we come back, we will do so. So stay right there. This is the Fred Dreyer Show.
Hi, I'm Jay